Have you ever stood in front of your closet and thought, I have plenty of clothes, but nothing that truly feels like me anymore? You're not alone. As we get older, our bodies change, our lifestyles shift, and somehow along the way, our sense of style starts to fade into the background. But here's the truth. Turning 50, 60, or even 70 doesn't mean disappearing. It means evolving. And style? That's not something we outgrow. It's something we refine. I've met so many women who tell me, I used to care about how I looked, but now I just dress for comfort. And I get it. Comfort matters. But what if you didn't have to choose? What if you could feel incredibly comfortable and look incredibly elegant without spending a fortune or chasing trends that were never meant for you in the first place? In this video, I'm going to walk you through 7 simple but powerful styling secrets that can instantly make you look more polished, more confident, and yes, more expensive without a single designer label. These are tricks that stylists use all the time, but they're surprisingly easy to bring into your everyday life. You probably already own most of what you need. The magic is in how you wear it. So if you've been feeling like your wardrobe no longer reflects the smart, vibrant, beautiful woman you've become, stay with me. This might just change the way you see yourself and the way the world sees you. 1. Invest in a structured, timeless handbag. Let's start with something that might seem small, but actually makes one of the biggest differences: your handbag. I want you to picture this. 2 women walk into a room. One is wearing jeans and a plain white blouse. The other? Same thing. Jeans, white blouse. But one of them looks effortlessly elegant, while the other just looks ordinary. What's the difference? It's the bag. That one small accessory can shift your entire look from casual to polished in seconds. Now here's the thing. I'm not telling you to go out and buy a designer handbag. In fact, the opposite. You don't need big logos, trendy shapes, or something that costs a month's rent. What you need is structure. A handbag with clean lines, a defined shape, and quality material, whether it's real leather or a really good imitation, instantly adds sophistication to your entire outfit. The mistake so many of us make, especially as we get older, is sticking with oversized, slouchy bags that we've had for years. You know the ones, the kind you can throw everything into, from a wallet to an umbrella to a spare pair of shoes. And sure, they're practical, but visually they weigh you down. They can look bulky, dated, and worse. They make your whole outfit seem less intentional. On the flip side, small trendy bags with chains and logos all over them might be cute, but they often read as too young or overly trendy for a classic, grown-up style. What you want to look for is that perfect medium-sized structured bag. Think about shape first. A tote with a firm base, a satchel that stands up on its own, or even a crossbody with strong lines and minimal hardware. Pay attention to details: clean stitching, understated clasps, neutral colors like black, caramel, burgundy, or olive. These are tones that go with almost everything and always look elevated. And let me say this, if there's one piece in your wardrobe that's actually worth investing a little more into, it's your handbag. A good structured bag can last you years and pair beautifully with both your everyday outfits and your more dressed-up looks. You could be wearing a $20 t-shirt and jeans from Target, but with a well-structured bag on your arm, people will assume your outfit came from Nordstrom. And you know what else? Carrying a quality bag doesn't just make you look more confident. It makes you feel more confident. It's about walking into a room and knowing that even in something simple, you still look polished. Put simply, you show up differently. So take a look at your current handbags. Are they serving you? Or are they just there? If they're sagging in the middle, losing shape, or feel like something you grabbed out of habit instead of intention, it might be time to upgrade. Don't think of it as buying a new purse. Think of it as buying a better first impression, because people notice, and more importantly, you'll notice. 2. Master the art of color pairing. Neutrals with warm tones. Let's talk color, because what you wear isn't just about fit or fabric. It's also about how you make people feel when you walk into a room. And color does that before you even say a word. One of the biggest style mistakes I see women make, especially after 50, is falling into what I call the black trap. You know exactly what I mean. Black pants, black top, maybe a black jacket. It's easy, it's slimming, it feels safe. But here's the thing. Safe doesn't always mean flattering. In fact, black can sometimes drain the color from your face, especially as our skin tones change with age. Now, I'm not saying ditch black entirely. What I am saying is, let's use color with more purpose. And one of the most elegant, elevated ways to do that is by pairing neutrals with warm tones. Think about this combination. A soft beige blouse with caramel trousers, or a cream sweater layered with a deep burgundy scarf. Instantly, you look more refined, more thoughtful, and yes, more expensive. This isn't about bright, flashy colors. It's about warmth, richness, and harmony. Warm tones like rust, olive, camel, burgundy, and terracotta have a timeless, grounded feel. And when you pair them with neutral tones, ivory, gray, taupe, something magical happens. You look composed, intentional, and sophisticated without trying too hard. Here's a stylist's secret. Combining colors from the same family but in different shades is one of the easiest ways to look put together. For example, a light tan top with a deeper mocha skirt, or a soft rose blouse with a rich plum cardigan. It's subtle, but it works every single time. And here's something even better. These colors tend to flatter mature skin beautifully. They bring warmth to your face, add brightness to your eyes, and create softness without looking washed out. It's like having a personal glow filter, but in fabric form. Another tip? If you're not ready to go all in with warm-toned clothing, start small. Add a rust-toned scarf to your usual cream sweater. Try a pair of camel loafers instead of black ones, or swap your gray handbag for one in deep olive. These tiny shifts can make a big difference, and you'll start to feel it every time you look in the mirror. I always say, the goal isn't to be trendy. The goal is to look timeless. And warm, well-chosen colors do that beautifully. They make you stand out quietly. And that's the kind of elegance that never goes out of style. So the next time you get dressed, ask yourself, am I choosing colors that light me up, or ones that just help me blend in? Because at this stage in life, you don't need to hide. You've earned your presence. Now let's dress like it. 3. Define your shape gently with a waist-enhancing belt. Let's talk about shape, not size, not numbers, not perfection, but shape, because no matter what your body looks like today, there's one styling rule that never fails. Your silhouette matters. One of the quickest ways to elevate your outfit is by defining your waist. And no, I don't mean squeezing into something uncomfortable or trying to look 20 again. This is about subtle structure. It's about creating shape that flatters and feels natural, not forced. Here's the truth. After 50, many women start gravitating toward looser, flowier pieces. And for good reason. They're comfortable, forgiving, and let's be honest, they're easy to wear. But too much fabric without any definition can make you look wider, shorter, or even a little lost in your clothes. The solution? A belt. A simple, tasteful belt that brings back balance. Now, I'm not talking about those wide, flashy belts that scream 2005. I'm talking about slim, elegant belts, leather or high-quality faux, with minimal buckles, in tones like tan, black, or deep brown. something that blends in, not shouts out. Picture this. A loose dress that hangs like a sack becomes instantly chic, with a belt gently cinching just above the natural waist, or even just under the bust, if that's more flattering for your shape. A slouchy cardigan transforms into an intentional styled layer when you belt it at the middle. And a blazer that's just a touch too boxy? Give it structure with a thin belt and suddenly it looks tailored, like it was made for you. The beauty of this trick is that it works across sizes and body types. Whether you're curvy, petite, tall, apple-shaped, or anything in between, defining your waist brings proportion back into your outfit. It adds that finishing touch that says, I thought about this. I care how I present myself. And here's something women don't hear enough. Elegance isn't about hiding your body. It's about respecting it. Dressing in a way that honors who you are today, not who you were 10 or 20 years ago. A belt doesn't hide you. It highlights the beautiful structure that's already there. And if belts haven't worked for you in the past, maybe it's just because you haven't found the right one. Try different placements. Higher, lower, looser, tighter. And you'll be surprised how much impact a 1-inch wide strip of leather can make. So the next time you throw on that comfy shift dress or oversized blouse, pause for a second. Ask yourself, is this flattering me or just covering me? Then try adding a belt. And watch how your reflection changes. Because when you define your shape, gently, thoughtfully, you're not just creating a better outfit, you're making a quiet statement. I'm still here, and I'm still showing up beautifully. 4. Mix casual and dressy pieces for effortless elegance. Let me tell you a little secret that most celebrity stylists swear by, and it has nothing to do with designer labels. It's about contrast. Specifically, the kind of contrast that looks completely unplanned, but actually isn't. I'm talking about the art of mixing casual and dressy pieces in the same outfit, intentionally. Why? Because that's where modern elegance lives. Not in head-to-toe formal, not in gym clothes pretending to be everyday wear. The magic happens right in between. Here's what I mean. Imagine you're wearing a beautiful structured blazer. Sharp shoulders, clean lines. Now pair it with well-worn jeans and a soft t-shirt. That mix? It says, I'm polished, but I'm not trying too hard. Or take a flowy silk blouse and pair it with casual linen pants and loafers. That's effortless. That's grown woman chic. This contrast tells people something very important. You understand balance. And balance is what real style is all about. Now, let's talk about what not to do. One mistake I see often is going fully formal. Tailored jacket, pencil skirt, dressy shoes, everything perfectly matched, and ending up looking a little stiff. On the other end, some women go completely casual. Leggings, oversized tops, sneakers, and lose the sense of occasion altogether. Neither extreme feels right, especially not for a woman who's lived, grown, and earned her place. So, how do we get the balance right? Start by choosing one item that's more elevated and build the rest of your look around it with relaxed, high-quality pieces. For example, a silk scarf with a simple white tee and chinos. A refined midi skirt with a denim jacket. A pair of structured ankle boots with a cotton shirt dress. The key is that nothing looks accidental. Each piece is chosen with care, but the overall result feels effortless, like you just threw it on, even if you didn't. And this tip isn't just about aesthetics, it's about confidence. When you wear clothes that move with you, that let you feel at ease, but still remind you of your power, your poise, your experience, you carry yourself differently. You stop apologizing for taking up space. You don't need to impress anyone. You just need to feel aligned with who you are now. A woman who can wear pearls with denim and somehow make it look cooler than anyone in the room. So next time you get dressed, look at your outfit and ask, is everything in this too formal or too relaxed? Then shift just one piece. Add a touch of elegance to your everyday or tone down your formal with a lived-in piece you love. Because style isn't about following rules. It's about knowing how to break them, gracefully. 5. Choose tailored, structured pieces that fit, not hide, your body. Let's be honest. One of the hardest parts of getting dressed after 50 isn't about trends or colors. It's about fit. Our bodies change. That's just a fact of life. And what used to look great at 30 might not work the same way now. But here's the truth that nobody says loud enough. You don't need to cover up. You need to choose clothes that respect your shape today. One of the most elegant things you can do is wear pieces that are structured. Not tight, not oversized, just intentional. A beautifully cut blazer, a pair of straight-leg trousers, a well-fitted blouse. These are the quiet heroes of a grown-up wardrobe. The mistake many women make is swinging too far in either direction. Some squeeze into skinny pants and clingy tops, thinking it's the only way to stay stylish. Others go the opposite way, drowning themselves in oversized, shapeless layers that hide everything. Neither is flattering. Neither feels confident. So, what's the middle ground? Tailored pieces. Clothing that follows the line of your body. Not cling to it, not hang off it. Let's take pants, for example. You don't need to wear leggings every day. Try a pair of straight-leg pants with a mid-rise waist and a bit of stretch. They elongate your frame, balance your proportions, and instantly elevate whatever you wear with them. Or consider your tops. Skip the boxy cuts that make you look wider than you are, and look for blouses that gently shape the shoulders and skim the body. A button-up shirt in crisp cotton or a soft blouse with a bit of drape can work wonders. And let's not forget about jackets. The fit in the shoulders is everything. If it sits too wide or droops, it adds years. But if it's clean, structured, and follows your natural frame, it adds power, without being loud. Here's a little shopping tip that stylists use all the time. When trying something on, don't just look at the label or the trend. Look at the shoulders and the bust first. If it fits well there, the rest can usually be adjusted. These areas frame your posture, your presence, your poise. And remember, structure doesn't mean stiff. You can be comfortable and look refined. In fact, when something fits well, it often feels better, because you're not constantly tugging at it or second-guessing yourself in the mirror. There's a quiet confidence that comes with knowing your clothes are working with you, not against you. And when you walk into a room wearing something that fits just right, not tight, not baggy, just right, people notice. More importantly, you notice. So next time you're shopping, or even just getting dressed from your own closet, pause before you throw on the easy stuff. Ask yourself, does this honor the woman I am today? Or is it just something to hide in? Because you don't need to shrink yourself. You've earned the right to take up space, with strength, with softness, and with style. 6. Carry a sense of refinement with a structured, elegant handbag. If there's one item in your wardrobe that speaks before you do, it's your handbag, seriously. You could be wearing jeans, a simple t-shirt and flats. But if you're carrying a beautiful, structured handbag, your entire look transforms. It's like putting a frame around a painting. Suddenly, everything feels intentional. Now let me be clear, this isn't about labels. This isn't about logos or chasing the latest designer trend. In fact, the most elegant women I know carry bags you've probably never heard of. What sets them apart isn't the brand. It's the structure, the material, and the restraint. So what exactly makes a bag elegant? 3 things. 1. Shape. It should hold its form. 2. Material. Leather or high-quality faux leather that looks and feels substantial. 3. Details, clean lines, minimal hardware, and no loud prints or chunky logos. Think medium-sized totes, satchels, or crossbodies in neutral shades like camel, deep green, burgundy, or classic black. These tones go with everything and give off an air of quiet luxury. A well-structured bag makes you look more pulled together, even if the rest of your outfit is completely basic. Now let's talk about the flip side, the bags that are dragging your look down without you even realizing it. Oversized, shapeless bags that slump and sag. Bags overflowing with stuff you haven't cleaned out since last fall. Or tiny, trendy purses that scream high school more than high fashion. These don't add to your outfit. They distract from it. And after 50, distraction is not our style. Precision is. Here's a little trick I share with clients all the time. Next time you're out shopping, or even shopping your own closet, hold the bag in front of a mirror and ask, does this add structure to my look, or does it feel like an afterthought? Your bag should elevate you, not compete with you. And honestly, a good handbag is one of the few wardrobe investments that actually pays you back. It lasts for years, works with almost everything you own, and makes you feel polished every time you step outside. That's not vanity, that's strategy. And most importantly, it reminds you, even when life feels messy or rushed or imperfect, that you can still choose to carry yourself with grace. Because elegance isn't something you wear, it's something you hold on to, every day. 7. Elevate your entire look by choosing quality fabrics. Let's finish strong with something that's often overlooked but absolutely game-changing fabric. You can have the right color, the perfect cut, and the most flattering fit. But if the fabric looks cheap, none of it matters. It's the silent giveaway. You know what I mean? That shiny, thin polyester that clings in all the wrong places or pills after one wash. It doesn't matter how beautiful the design is. Poor quality fabric brings everything down. Here's the good news. Looking expensive doesn't mean spending a lot. It means choosing the right textures, the right weights, and the right feel. Start with the basics. Cotton, but not the see-through kind. Look for structured cotton poplin or heavier knits that hold their shape and don't lose their edge after 2 washes. Linen. Yes, it wrinkles, but it also breathes, moves, and whispers elegance. Try a blend if you want less crease but the same charm. Silk? Absolutely. But don't forget about silk blends or high-quality alternatives like Tencel or Viscose, which offer similar drape and softness at a lower price point. And when it gets colder, reach for wool blends, cashmere, even in small percentages, or structured knits that keep you warm without bulk. These fabrics carry weight in the best way. They settle on the body like they belong there. And don't underestimate how much fabric affects how you feel in your clothes. Cheap materials often cling, itch, or sag. But when you put on a blouse that moves with you, a sweater that hugs just enough, or a jacket that hangs with structure, you carry yourself differently. You stop fussing and start being. One more tip. Use your hands before you use your eyes. When you shop, feel the fabric first. Is it soft but substantial? Does it bounce back or stretch out? Hold it up to the light. Does it look too thin? These little habits will help you spot the pieces that are worth your money and time. And here's the best part. With so many modern fabric technologies out there, you can now find pieces that look and feel luxurious at Target, online, or your local boutique, without breaking the bank. Because at this stage in life, we're not here to impress. We're here to express refinement, confidence, and substance. So next time you're getting dressed, don't just think about how something looks. Think about how it feels on your body, in your movement, in your energy. Because quality isn't always about price. Sometimes it's simply about paying attention to the details that most people miss, but that the truly elegant never ignore. So there you have it. 7 simple but powerful ways to elevate your everyday style without ever needing a designer label. No runway looks, no 20-something trends, just real-life elegance for real women who've lived, loved, and earned every bit of confidence they carry. If there's one thing I hope you take away from today's video, it's this. You don't need more clothes. You just need a more intentional relationship with the clothes you already own. Because style, especially after 50, isn't about keeping up. It's about standing tall. It's about showing the world and yourself that you still care, that you still see yourself as worthy of attention, effort, and beauty. And you are. You've raised families, built careers, survived heartbreak, and learned more about life than any fashion magazine could ever teach. Now, it's time to let that wisdom show in how you dress, how you move, and how you show up for yourself. If this video gave you something to think about, something to try, or even just a smile, I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and tell me. Which of these 7 tips are you going to try first? Or is there a personal style rule you've learned over the years that you swear by? And if you know another amazing woman, your sister, your best friend, your mom, who might appreciate this message, share this video with her. Let's remind each other that style has no expiration date. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell icon, because next week I'll be sharing one of my favorite topics: how to dress to brighten your skin tone instantly, just by changing your color palette. Until then, remember this. Elegance isn't about trying harder. It's about knowing who you are and dressing like you believe it. See you in the next one.